Hello everyone, myself Bautik Trivedi, working as an assistant professor in IT/ICT department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. I will explain you the concept of FDDI in Advanced Networking Protocol subject. So first of all of you know the mainly two topics. First one, that is the fast Ethernet, and second one, that is known as a gigabit Ethernet. And third topic in this particular unit or chapter, that is the concept of FDDI. So what is the meaning of FDDI here? FDDI means that is known as a fiber distributed data interface. So first of all, what do you mean by FDDI? So FDDI, that is a one standard that is developed by which particular company? So that is developed by one company. The name of the company, that is the ANSI, American National Standard Institute. And why we use the FDDI? So FDDI is generally used for transmitting the data on optical fiber. So up to this point, all of you know mainly three types of cabling. One, that is known as a shielded and unshielded twisted pair cable. Second one, that is known as a fiber optic cable. And third one, that is known as a coaxial cable. But whenever you talk about the concept of the FDDI, so FDDI, that is a one standard that is developed by the ANSI, and that is generally used for transmitting the data on optical fiber. After that, FDDI supported which particular transmission speed or supported which particular transmission rate? So that supported up to the 200 Mbps. So one, that is the BPS. BPS means already you know, that is the bits per second. One, that is the kbps, that is the kilobits per second. And third one, that is the Mbps, that is the megabits per second. So FDDI support transmission rate up to the 200 Mbps. After that, in FDDI, one another concept, that is known as a concept of dual ring. So what is the meaning of dual ring? Dual ring means two ring. So one, first ring that supported the different functionality, and second ring that supported the different functionality. So here the first ring that is generally used to carry the data at which particular speed? 100 Mbps. So first ring used to carry the data at 100 Mbps, and second ring is generally used for the backup. And all of you know what do you mean by backup. So the meaning of the backup is that if the first ring fail, so at that time you can directly utilize the concept of the second ring here. But if the no data backup is needed, so second ring is also used for data transmission, and with using this you can directly increasing the data rate up to the 200 Mbps. So that is the concept of the FDDI. So up to this, at least you know FDDI means what? That is our standard. Second one, this standard developed by which particular company? That is the ANSI. And why we use the FDDI? That is generally used for the transmitting the data on optical fiber. After the data rate, that is the 200 Mbps. Then after the concept of dual ring, first ring and second ring. If first ring fails, the second ring can be utilized for the backup. After that, FDDI support how many total number of nodes? So that support up to the 1000 nodes. So these all are the characteristics of the FDDI. And what's the range behind that? So it supported the range up to the 200 kilometer. Must remember one thing, in this FDDI, each and every term that support the different numbering means you must remember the number for the range, for the nodes, for the data. And already you know in a computer network the concept of topology. Topology means all of you know that's a one kind of structure. So here the FDDI also support the three topology. One, that is the ring, second one, that is the star, and third one, that is the tree. After that, transmission media. Whenever you talk about the transmission media in a computer network, so at that time that is divided into two parts. One, that is known as a guided media, and second one, that is known as a unguided media. But here FDDI also supported the transmission media. And why we use the transmission media? That is generally used for the transmission medium purpose. But here using the concept of optical fiber as a primary transmission medium. And must remember one thing, here also using the concept of copper cabling. So whenever using the concept of copper cabling, so at that time that is known as a copper distributed data interface. One, that is the FDDI. Second one, that is the CDDI. What is the meaning of CDDI? Copper distributed data interface. And what is the meaning of FDDI? Fiber distributed data interface. After that, FDDI is supporting the two type of fiber. One, that is known as a single mode fiber, and second one, that is known as a multi-mode fiber. First of all, talk about the concept of the multi-mode fiber. Multi-mode fiber using the concept of LED. What is the meaning of LED here? Light emitting diode, and that is generally used for light generating device. After that, multi-mode fiber supported which type of operation? It allowed the multiple modes of light to propagate through the fiber. Means with using the fiber, it can directly propagate the light also. And the third one, most important thing for the multi-mode fiber is that is generally providing the connectivity within a building or a geographically environment. So this is all about the concept of the multi-mode. Must remember one thing, whenever you talk about the transmission media for the FDDI, that also supported the copper cabling, so that can be treated as a CDDI. Multimedia transmission media generally using the two types, one that is the multi-mode and second one that is the single mode. After that, single mode using which particular concept? So whenever you talk about the single mode fiber, that generally using one concept, the name of the concept that is known as a laser. So single mode fiber generally using the concept of laser. After that, with using the single mode fiber, you can directly allow only one mode of light to propagate through the fiber. Means with using the fiber, it can directly propagate the light to a single mode. And with using the single mode fiber, that is the capable of delivering the higher performance connectivity over a longer distance or over a larger distance. So that is the generally used in a transmission media. And the most important thing for the single mode is that is used for connectivity between the buildings and within the environment that are more geographically dispersed. So this is all about the concept of the transmission media for the FDDI. So up to this, mainly 2 points I cover. First one, the basic characteristics of the FDDI, and second one, the transmission media behind the FDDI. After that, components of FDDI or FDDI specification. So this particular subtopic can be categorized into two parts. One that is the FDDI specification, and second one that is known as the components of FDDI. So whenever you talk about the components of FDDI, that generally divided into four parts. First one, already you know the name of the layers in OSI model, that start from the physical layer up to the application layer. But here the components of FDDI is divided into four components. First one, that is known as a MAC. What is the meaning of MAC here? Media Access Control. This particular component specify which particular functionality. So it defines how the medium is accessed. That is the first point. In this, how the medium is accessed, at that time, that is categorized into supported the frame format, supported the token handling, it supported the different addressing, it again supported the algorithm for calculating a CRC. All of you know why we use the CRC, that is a cyclic redundancy check, that is generally used for the error detection as well as the error correction. So with using the media access control in FDDI, you can directly apply the concept of error detection and error correction in this FDDI. After that, second component, physical layer protocol. Physical layer protocol generally supported data encoding and decoding procedure. It also supported the clocking requirement and framing and other function. So that is about the physical layer protocol. After that, point number 3, physical layer medium. Why we use this? So it directly categorize the characteristics of the transmission medium. In this, it including the fiber optic, it including the power level, it including the different bit error rate, it including the optical component and connector, each and everything that is the part of the physical layer medium. And the fourth component, that is the station management. So what is the meaning of station management here? That can be treated as a SMT. It defines the station configuration, it defines the ring configuration, it defines the ring control features. In this, it including the station insertion and removal, it including the station initialization, it including the fault isolation. All of you know what is the meaning of fault isolation. So at that time you identify the fault and then after you solve the particular fault. And the most important thing in this, that is the fault recovery. And after that, that supported the scheduling part also, and that supported the collection of the statistic also. So this is all about the concept of the components of FDDI. So that is generally divided into 4 categories. After that, the basic principle of FDDI. How the FDDI work? What's the working behind the FDDI? So here I give one simple example, the procedure of the FDDI. So start with the first point. You just see the token circulates around a ring in network. So first of all, token circulating around a ring. After that, whatever the station that first captured the token and send the packet of data to the network. Means first of all capturing the token and then after sending the packet of data to the network. After that, after transmission, token is released. Means once you transmitting the particular thing from the station, then after the token is released. After that, each and every station on a network will receive the transmission and repeat up to the all the station. The transmission will travel around the ring until it received by the station which originally sent it, because all of you know what is the meaning of ring network or what is the meaning of ring topology. So starting and ending node that remains same, that can be treated as a ring topology which remove it from the ring. Once you transmitting all this thing, then after you receive this thing on a particular station which originally sent it, you directly removing from the ring. Then after, if a station does not receive its transmission back, what is the meaning of that? The meaning is that it assumes that an error occurs somewhere. Means in between the ring network, any error occur, that can be treated like this. So for this, if you want to solve this particular problem, so for that one technique is there. The name of the technique that is known as a fault isolation technique. So this is the overall working of the FDDI. Means first of all pass the token, then after station capture the token, then after you go for the transmission for each and every station. Starting station and ending station remains same, means at that time creating a one ring for that. But if the station does not receive its transmission back, so what is the meaning of that? Any error occur somewhere in this particular ring network. So for this you can directly apply the fault isolation technique. After that, the next point, that is the cable type. Which particular cable type? That's for the FDDI generally using this particular cable. So that is around 4 types of cable that can be used with the FDDI. First one, multi-mode fiber optic cable. Multi-mode fiber optic cable supported which particular size? Size of 62.5 microns. So what's the distance? So it allowing the distance up to the 2000 meter. And if you want to convert the meter into the feet, so that supported the 6600 feet. That is about the multi-mode fiber optic cable. After that, single mode fiber optic cable, so that supported the core size of 7 to 11 microns and it allowing the distance up to the 10,000 meter. Must remember one thing, multi-mode fiber optic cable supported the 2000 meter and single mode fiber optic cable supported the 10,000 meter. So that is around 33,000 feet. So with using this, you can directly providing the entire cable that supported distance up to the 100 meter. So that is about the type number 1 and 2. After that, another two type, one for the UTP and one for the STP. All of you know what is the difference. UTP means unshielded twisted pair and STP means shielded twisted pair. So UTP unshielded copper cable generally supported with the 8 wires, and these particular wires are twisted together in pairs, means 8 wires, so 2 pair means total 4 pair, and the cable is rated at a frequency up to the 100 megahertz, and that supported up to the 100 meter, that's the distance that's supported by the UTP. And after that one STP, all of you know what is the meaning of STP. At that time, shielded copper cable. It consists of 4 wires again. Must remember one thing, UTP consists of 8 wire, STP consists of 4 wire twisted in 2 pairs. Each pair covered with the shielding and the overall shield covered with the entire cable. So this is the cable types that supported in FDDI. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and must remember one thing, that allowing the distance up to the 100 meter. So either you take the UTP or you take the STP that supported the same distance. After that, the last point for the today's session of the FDDI. Which particular devices that is the part of FDDI? So first one, that is the station DAS, and second one, that is the concentrator DAC. So what is the meaning of DAS here? DAS means that can be known as a dual attached station. So what is the meaning of that? The meaning is that it attaches directly to FDDI dual ring, and all of you know why we use the FDDI dual ring. So we using this single attestation directly attaching to the FDDI ring through a concentrator. So here one, that is the station DAS, and second one, that is the concentrator DAC. So that is the dual attached concentrators, and whenever you talk about the DAS, that is the dual attached station. So with using this, you can directly generating the different devices for the FDDI. So must remember one thing, whenever you talk about the FDDI devices, so mainly two types, station DAS and concentrator DAC. Station DAS again divided into two parts, one that is known as a single attestation, and second one that is known as a dual attestation, and concentrator DAC that supported the single attached concentrator and dual attached concentrators. So that's all about the today's session for the FDDI. So thank you for watching.